All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're happy to be joined by Kentucky student athletes Derek Willis, Dominique Hawkins, and Michael Mulder. And again, as always, please raise your hand. We'll pass around the microphones. And please state your name and affiliation. And we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. Down here in the front left, Myron.
Myron Metcalf, ESPN for Dominique. What's the difference between the Kentucky team that lost to UCLA in December and the team that will face them tomorrow?
Yeah, I feel like this team, we definitely focus more on our defense, and our defense has definitely improved. And early on, I feel like we just broke down a lot. And it was early in the season, so you have a lot to change early on.
We'll stay on the left over here for Tim, and then we'll go right over here.
For Derek, Tim Sullivan, Louisville Courier-Journal. Derek, what does playing tight tournament games do for you guys, particularly the last game against Wichita State? Do you derive anything that you can use going forward?
I think it just started back in the season. Honestly, when people were kind of concerned we wasn't beating teams by 20, 30 points, and we come away with like probably 6, 10-point margins, and not typical leads we would finish games with, but still I think it just prepared us for the postseason play, and being in the environments, every environment we went and played in was crazy. So it just all prepared us for postseason, and I mean, taken away from last weekend, same exact thing. We felt comfortable in the situations, and I think that's just kind of how we've been prepared all season long. So yeah.
Okay, down here in the front on the right.
Joe Masato, SEC Country. Derek, it seems like you guarded TJ Leaf quite a bit in that first matchup against UCLA. What do you remember kind of about his game, and what do you have to do better this time around against him?
Yeah, I think after the UCLA game, I think back in fall, whenever we had played him, I kind of I don't want to say I took him for granted. I just didn't know all the things he could do, and he kind of surprised me in a sense. So I feel like we played, sort of similar, and he's a good player. So I mean, we just got to take it how it is, and I feel like we're peaking at the right time. We're playing really well, and a lot of us are playing the best basketball we've ever played. So it'll be a fun game tomorrow, though. It'll be fun.
Way on the right over there, up against the wall.
This one's for Derek. Derek, Peter Fleischer, Fox 13 Memphis. Here you go, on your right.
Okay, I see.
This is kind of an interesting location just for your guys' head coach, for Coach Cal. He spent a lot of time here in Memphis. What's the reception been like for you guys as a team, and how have you enjoyed your experience here the last few days?
I mean, reception for us has been, great. I feel like everybody that's, we've passed by have been, smiling, saying congratulations, good luck, all that type stuff. And went out to eat the other night. People was fine there, and obviously in public, everything's been awesome. Honestly, it's just been cool. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for these gentlemen here today? Okay, everybody, guys, thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll finish up today with Kentucky head coach John Calipari. And again, as always, please raise your hand and we'll pass the microphones around and state your name and affiliation and go ahead and ask your question. And we'll begin with an opening statement from Coach first.
We're excited to still be playing.
Short and sweet over here on the left in the back row.
Fred Calgill with WLKY TV in Louisville. When you first think of Bam and Fox and Monk, what are some of the first things that come to mind?
Special talents, beautiful spirits. Teammates sharers. There's a lot of stuff that these kids do together, and it's really unique.
We'll send it over to the right here in the back row.
Hey, Coach. Jarvis Greer, WMC Memphis. Welcome back to town.
Thank you.
And, okay, the elephant in the room for all of us here, all the people in Memphis, I'll say, you've been back in town several times, either recruiting or seeing old friends, but this is your first public appearance back in Memphis. And some fans love you, some fans don't. Is there anything you have to say to those fans after it's been, 7, 8, 9 years now since you left? And some of them want to hear one more thing from you to close this deal out.
Well, we met with friends last night. We had a reception, and a couple hundred people were there. We got to really touch and feel and thank those people, and it was a special night. Ellen and I loved our time here, and it was a special time. And I say this over and over again, this is not the kind of place where one person can do something. You have to all be together. And this community and the administration, the school, just all came behind all of us. And it was a terrific ride. And we loved our time here. And I understand some people were upset that I left. I get that. I mean, and that I accept that. It doesn't bother me. I know last night we had a couple hundred people in that room and close to tears, all of us, because we enjoyed the ride together. And, it's kind of special to be back. Been back many times, many times. But this is the first time coaching in this building since I left. I think we did all right here. Had some good times.
Far left, Jeff.
Jeff Calkins from the Commercial Appeal. Were you offended at all when the university seemed like they were going to celebrate you last year and then decided not to? Did that bother you at all?
No, I was fine. I mean, like I said, we had a good time here, and that was during my enshrinement in the Hall of Fame, and there was not a whole lot that was going to steal my joy. And so it was fine, and I know it was driven by some people, and that's fine. I mean, nothing can take away from the players, the coaches, or any of us, our friends last night, what that ride was about and what it meant.
Front row on the right.
Mark Wicker, LA Daily News. According to the numbers, this team of yours plays faster than some of the ones in the past. Is that because of the personnel, or is it because of something you emphasize?
We've got really fast players, and so you try to play to your strengths. But a lot of people, Mark, have slowed us down. They've not let us play fast. Early in the year, we were playing way faster than we are now. Some of that is because of how people are playing us. I'm not sure UCLA will try to slow you down. Let's go. Let's play to 120. I don't think either one of us are going to change how we play. It's too late in the season. But we've got players that can play fast because they can really run fast. If you can't run fast, you're not playing fast.
Left-hand side over here, Tim.
Tim Sullivan, Louisville Courier-Journal. John, you've talked at various times about tweaks and reboots and all that, but how much do you add during the course of a season, particularly since the last UCLA game? How much more sophisticated do you play now?
Well, we've had to learn to grind it out. We had to change defensively because of how, when you watch that tape, what we were doing. We had to tighten our defense and do some things differently. Offensively, we had to create opportunities that weren't going to be based on solely speed. And in that game, it kind of showed. But it was not only that game. There was a stretch of games, Kansas game and Florida on the road, Tennessee. I mean, there were a bunch of games, Georgia at home. Our season's usually different because, and I think UCLA went through the same thing. Early on, no one really knows you because we're all new. By the middle of the season, they start figuring it out, and they got 15, 18 tapes to look at, and they can say, okay, here's how you have to play them. And I think UCLA went through it when they hit their league. There were some teams that said, okay, this is how you must play them to have a chance to beat them. And that's what happened to us. And then you have to say, as a coach, okay, here's what they're doing to us. What do we have to do? And that's a normal season for us. That's every year that I've been at Kentucky because we've had new teams every year.
Got 4 lined up here. First, we'll start here on the right in the front.
Joe Masato, SEC Country. John, Derek just said that TJ Leaf sort of surprised him in the first matchup with all that he can do in the different aspects of his game. What do you kind of have to do better against him this time around?
Well, he killed us on the backboard, too. One just what he did, but he was more physical than we had expected. He drove the ball more than we expected, and that includes our staff, too, now. Again, we knew they were good. We didn't know how good they were. And I think a lot of teams in the country did not realize how good they were, how good their personnel is, how well they play together, how fit they're more fit. If you don't think they're physical, you're wrong. They're physical. And so they're a terrific basketball team.
Back row on the left.
Fred Cowgill again, WLKY TV. Steve Alford talked a lot about the meeting of the Blue Bloods and all that, how grateful he was, how cool it is you guys have a series again. Could you speak to that and why it was important to you? He talked a lot about the fans and how, the 2 programs with the most national championships and all how sexy it is, for lack of a better word.
Well, they were one of the first teams that I called when we were trying to put together the CBS Classic. And we figured North Carolina, UCLA, and Kentucky should be on the same field, the same tournament, the same stuff together. Also, the history of both programs. They deserve to play against each other. It's not about proximity. It's that you're talking about 2 programs that are the most national championships, the most wins. I would imagine NCAA appearances. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And Steve and I are friends. I've known him for years, always respected him as a coach and respected him as a man. Know how he is with his family and love seeing his dad. Just love that. His dad, I hate to tell you, his dad looks younger than he looks now after coaching UCLA a few years. My dad looks younger than I look after coaching Kentucky a few years. But I love seeing that. And he and I have known each other, and it's worked out for both. Now, they've gotten the better of us the last few. So maybe worked out better for UCLA than us.
On the right there in the middle, and then we'll go to the left over here.
Hey, Coach Clay Fowler, LA Daily News. Having freshmen who consistently stay 1 year at your program, but also guys who carry you deep into the tournament and have emotional experiences with, how does that affect your relationship with those guys that it's short?
Well, I've heard people say, well, you can't create a relationship with a guy in a year. And all I can tell you is anybody that goes and talks to our NBA guys or any of the players, this is a family. And they're fiercely loyal. And John Wall came back, and when he landed, the coach said, I'm back home. DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony, I can just, name any of the 30 guys. But we've had guys stay 3 years, 4 years like these guys. These 3 that were up here will have college degrees. You have guys that stayed 1 year that are coming back to finish up. Will they finish up right away? No. Brandon Knight has 60 college credits of A's. He'll come back when he chooses to come back. Each of these kids have lifetime scholarships. They have lifetime scholarships. If you choose to leave after a year, you can always come back. If you choose to stay 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, we're here for you. This is solely based on them, and that's why the relationships are the way they are. Some people get married after 6 months because they know this person is more about me than himself, and I feel the same. We're getting married, and they're together 50 years. Others, you need 3 years to really start trusting each other. That's fine. But, you know, what we're doing here is right for these kids. I wish I could coach them 4 years. I wish I had think of some of the teams I would have had if we had guys for 4 years. You don't think I want that? Oh, he wants everybody to leave. What are you, crazy? Love them to stay. But I'm not going to ask them to stay for me. And I'm not, you know, when kids choose to leave, it's based on what they want for themselves and their families.
Swing it over to the left and then back to Jeff on the right.
Jeff Calkins again from the Commercial Appeal. You obviously won a lot of games here. When you walk out there, there's no banner for the last time. And I'm wondering, given that they never proved that the University of Memphis knew anything or that you had anything to do with it, should that banner be hanging here? Have you thought about that?
I haven't, but I would say that there's nothing that can take away what that run was about for all of us, including the city. And it was a special time. I mean, special kids. Antonio Anderson last night hit me, and Robert Dozier hit me, and you know, I know Chris Douglas is, you know, it's unfortunate, but I'll tell you what, that was a great run.
We got time for 2 more. Jeff, go ahead.
Jeff Goodman, ESPN. John, would you have done anything differently with the way you left and kind of the way you handled it or didn't handle it?
Well, I had been talked to probably by 6 other universities during my time here, and 3 had offered jobs and a couple I considered. But Kentucky's one that you leave for. It just is. So could I have done, I don't remember the whole, it was 8 years ago. I struggle to remember my players' names. I usually call them by numbers right now. So I don't remember all of it, but there was no intent to offend anybody. It was just, it's Kentucky. It's Kentucky. And, you know, at the enshrinement in the Hall of Fame, I wish I would have said something different. When I talked to, they asked me about Kentucky, being at Kentucky, what does it do? My intent was to say the Power Five, to be able to be in those leagues, in that's what the advantage is. And I can't remember exactly how I said it. I think I said something about a little table, and everybody became offended. And they could have been offended at UMass. But I didn't mean a program. This program in UMass became #1 in the country. Both of them, #1 in the country. What I meant was the Power Five advantage, if you've coached in any other league, is enormous. You must play a non-conference schedule if you're a non-Power Five. That's off the chain. You must win every league game. You got to scratch and claw and do whatever to be significant. If you lose a league game, ask Gonzaga. All of a sudden they're saying Gonzaga shouldn't be a 1. Gonzaga is an outstanding team. They lose 1 game and you're like, well, they're not that good. That's what I meant. Never meant to offend. And at that time, the question was about what has Kentucky done for you? And we were in a Power Five. It gave you a chance to do what all these other teams have done over the years.
Finish up with 1 more on the left here.
Nancy Armour with USA Today Sports. John, you talked about the matchup with UCLA. Would you have expected to see them at this stage of the tournament? And, you know, what kind of a draw do you think this is for fans, the 2 of you guys plus Kentucky here?
They had a kind of season that you know, if they hadn't lost in the tournament, their league tournament, I thought they were going to be a 1 seed. But I'm not going to get into the seeds over the years, but I can remember all of them. And if you ask me about them, I could tell you the disadvantage of a higher seed playing in California against UCLA. I remember that one too. I remember a higher seed playing in Houston and playing Texas. In Houston, I remember a higher seed playing Texas A&M in San Antonio. I remember being an 8 seed and having to play Wichita State. I'll remember all of them. Playing this game is kind of how it played out. And I will say, I thought the committee this year, because they were more transparent, it was the least arguments that we've ever had in the last 8 years that I can remember. So I would tell them to be more transparent and keep being transparent. Talk about league tournaments before they're played. What is the significance of a league tournament this year? Tell us all. The S-curve, so that we all know. We can all see it. We can do an S-curve. I mean, the more transparency, the less arguments, the less. It's about the games. This thing right here, other than I'm in Memphis, and I knew I would get some Memphis questions, this is about two unbelievably talented teams. That's what this is. And people are going to watch this game, not because I'm coaching and not because I came back to Memphis and not because Steve's coaching. They're going to watch it because this is a talented two teams, both teams. And it should be a lot of fun. Thank
Coach,
you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.